I went to junior year prom with a girl who had a boyfriend, but he was out of high school, so he couldn't go.
Oh, and you were probably so afraid.
Dude, he was furious. He hated me. He fucking hated me. And I was like, we had been friends for a while, so I was like, yeah, I think this is pretty fine. And then like, I don't know.
What kind of friendship
Did that dude reach out?
We were like my friend group was friends with their friend group.
You were low key in love with.
Were you talking about the girl or the guy?
The girl.
You were friends with the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't reach out, but I heard things
like that. He like had dudes keep an eye on.
Kill you.
Damn.
Dude, I was so afraid of getting killed by a dude a grade above me at all times.
Or someone's dad.
Yeah.
Like, my dad will beat the fuck out of you.
And I believed it.
Or my dad, I was worried about my dad getting beat up by someone else's dad.
That's actually the worst nightmare. That's way worse than getting beat up yourself. Watching your dad get
so hard.
And like get not even just beat up, just his ass kicked. My dad would like not landing a punch.
His shorts and Hanes fall down. Like he's topsy-turvy.
Yes, he's upside down, but his pants are still around his ankles, defying physics.
That would be scarring.
That would be the worst experience on earth.
We got to do like a study on the kids whose
dads have been
happened.
Like your dad trying to defend you and he just gets his shit rocked.
Yeah. Like the man that you look at as like invincible.
The savior.
The strongest man on earth. The patriarch.
I think it'd be more emasculating than if your mother was a prostitute.
Like, I would rather.
Your mother was a prostitute.
Have you ever seen your dad like scared?
I don't know if I agree with that.
Your dad getting beat up?
I think it would barely edge it out.
Well, like what, I had my baseball game, dad and a dad on the opposing team get into a fight. My dad gets beat up versus learning that my mom is putting Cheerios on the table via fucking people.
Yes, but she's not even really buying food for the family.
Is more emasculating?
The dad getting beat up.
I would rather like my mom be getting fucked in the dugout by the coach than like the coach hopping the fence and just kicking the shit out of my dad.
Imagine the drive home with your dad and he's like,
he's still like sniffling.
Yeah.
But he's doing that thing to hold back his tears where he's smiling too big.
Like, what do you even say?
You're trying to like tell him that, give him a pep talk.
Yeah, you went 3 for 4.
Yeah, you had a good game.
That wasn't bad. It wasn't as bad as it looked, Dad.
Dad, nobody remembers who won.
Yeah. No one's even going to remember that by tomorrow. And he's just fucking cut up everywhere. He
looks like Jake Gyllenhaal at the end of Prisoners.
Yeah, you have to bring your dad like a bag of frozen peas.
Turning to his 8-year-old son, being like, I got sucker punch.
Your dad has to go to the hospital and one of your friend's parents has to drive you home.
He's like, they were jumping me. Just one guy.
Oh
man.
God. I don't know if I ever saw any parents. Like parents would yell at each other at hockey, like at youth hockey games. But they never got brought to fists.
Or the youth baseball games are when it was the closest.
Wrestling moms are crazy though.
Wrestling moms, they beat the shit out of their sons. Wrestling is just abusing your kid for losing. It was insane scene.
But it's also abusing your kid to cut weight and stuff.
It was like watching like the kids were in plastics at 6 a.m. like trying to make 55. 7 and under 50. This 55. Is not no hyperbole. Kids were cutting weight to make 55.
55 pounds?
Pounds. 7 and 8, 55.
That's insane.
That's not too far out of the womb.
Yeah,
no.
That's why you guys are all 5'2".
Yeah.
West Virginia, the state youth tournament has a 4 and under category. So the first kids call are now up from Wirt County, 4 and under, 35 pounds. And it'd be a bracket. And like the dads were like your age, like red face.
Crawling to the ring. Like some of the kids, like, what are you doing that for? Can you speak in full sentences?
No.
Or
you cannot like converse. It's like me and Sass talking. And the worst part, they would give the kids the same size trophy as everyone. It would be 4 feet tall. And you got these 3-year-olds with the trophies and they're scarred for life. Chasing that high.
That's like, dude, that's crazy. 35 pounds.
Do they even know technique? Do they know like any moves or anything like that? Or they're just like dicking around and like floundering, like running after a soccer ball type of deal?
I'm sure they had to have some sort of technique if their parents are making them cut weight at 4 years old.
They're 3 and 4.
But I bet that's pretty cute.
It's probably pretty easy.
I'd like to watch
make
that.
a 4-year-old.
I'm not going to find any.
kids are definitely like crying badly. There's probably big disparities in strength by some of them, or like someone will get body slammed and like have like a real breakdown, like a child. It's like I've definitely seen videos of that.
Man, youth sports were fun. I can't wait to like have a kid that just the drama involved in it was always great.
Did you enjoy playing them though?
No, hated it.
Okay.
It was like dads who haven't experienced a thrill in 20 years, like just
parents coming over to the
loving life.
The bench at hockey games and like grabbing their kid and be like, you gotta start fucking playing better right now.
Yeah, by the back of the neck.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the kid turns around and he's like, fuck. That happened to me a lot.
I'm pretty scarred from baseball.
Yeah. My dad used to send my sister around the hockey rink and come over to the bench and she'd go, Dad says you got to start playing better. And then I'd look across the ice and my dad would just be sitting there like this.
Go tell your brother to play better.
I was an awful baseball player. I was like left field, right field, picking dandelions, you know? And this was like in 7th grade and our team was really good.
Yeah.
And we were in the division like finals and we were rallying.
Titans, Elm Grove Mets.
I was on the Elm Grove White Sox.
Yeah.
And I went up to bat. It was like, you know, we had like 1 out left and we had the rally caps on and I got up to the plate and the ref the ump called me out because I went out of the batting order and lost our team the game.
Oh,
no.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Driving a
deal.
Yeah.
I had one where I scored a goal on our own net in hockey. It went off my skate and went into the thing.
What'd your dad have to say?
On the way home, my dad was like, if we were in Colombia, they would kill you for that.
Mm-hmm. Colombia?
Yeah. He was like, if we were in Colombia, they would shoot you in the head. Yeah.
Did he think you were going to play in the NHL? Did he think he was going to will you?
No, I was terrible.
Yeah. Like, why did he?
It was because I was really good when I was young. When I was like young, I was very good. Like when I was like 8. And then I just never got better.
Look, I found the bracket.
It's like you would stand up.
You found a bracket?
It's 40 pounds.
40 pounds?
So you get Boone Young from Lead Dog beating Sebastian Puffenbarg for the 40-pound title.
Sebastian Puffenbarg?
And there's a kid named Jordan Anderson and his team is Ground Zero. Like, this is just the region.
Puffenbarg?
Yeah, 40-pound.
What the fuck?
Puffenbarg is a solid name.
Did you guys
Trip Crouch?
Where is this?
Charleston.
Those are just 2 like body positions.
Sounds like
Crouch.
a gaming console instructional menu.
Trip Crouch. I feel like it's such a mark of like perceived good parenting if you're like at the baseball games or like I was at all the baseball games or like my dad never came to the baseball games. I don't remember ever knowing if my parents were there, nor did I give a fuck if my parents were there.
Oh, I always hoped that they weren't there.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
I think Malcolm Gladwell said those are like the healthiest parents.
What? Who are at the games or who don't go?
The ones who don't make it a priority.
Yeah, that makes sense, honestly.
It's so weird to go to every game.
Yeah, it's too much.
With hockey, the games were so far away that my dad would have to drive me. That was probably part of the reason that he was furious was because...
Yeah, he woke up at 4 a.m.
Yeah, to get ice time, the game has to start at like 5:45.
And hockey's expensive as fuck.
Yeah. So we would have to wake up at like 3 and drive to the rink.
Yeah.
No wonder he was his money down the toilet.
Yeah, my God.
Do you think that if you had not played hockey, that your dad and you would have had a better relationship?
Me and my dad have a great relationship.
Well, it doesn't sound...
when I was a child, we didn't get along with hockey. And then after me, he just stopped giving a fuck about sports. Neither of my younger sisters play sports.
You broke him.
You took that from him. Yeah.
He's much happier now. Wow. I think the general vibe of the family is a lot happier since we ditched hockey.
Since he stopped wanting.
Yeah.
Since he stopped wanting for more from his boy.
We were going to do a sketch about it a while ago, but just like about like the drives home after a bad game.
Too real though?
And you're just sitting in the back seat and it's just silent.
You should do the one of the dad getting the shit beat out of him.
Yeah, that is fucking hilarious, dude. Your dad getting the shit beat out of you would be
like not even landing a punch.
You would never be able to look at your dad the same way.
No.
Yeah, not even landing a punch is so funny. Just getting embarrassed. Like and if it goes on for a while, it's like a solid like 3-minute fight.
Yeah, punch, all landing on his face.
Your dad keeps getting back up.
Him trying to fight is way more embarrassing than him just like taking a couple punches and being like, "All right, let's settle this."
Having to throw in the towel for your own father.
All right, enough. He's had enough.
I said, leave him alone.
Oh God.
Oh man. There were parents who would get like escorted out of games a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how it is now. I think like
It's gotta be a lot more
It's
relaxed.
more intense though. Like,
Really?
kids are specializing in one sport and
It's probably because they're seeing like
Training
fucking
and
Joe
competing
Burrow
all-
getting $250 million contracts, and parents are probably
especially
like,
now with
"We need
NIL,
this."
like that. There's an incentive.
Yeah, the money is closer than it seems.
Mhm.
Some of these kids are jacked as fuck too.
Oh, they're all on steroids.
Honestly, you not being around has deprived me of like what the kids are like, what the like 8 to 12-year-olds are doing. Like I don't know about like baby Gronks and like
Oh yeah,
Sartorius.
Your finger is on the pulse.
You really were.
metaphorically.
you 100%
Yeah.
were. So I feel like I just don't know anymore.
Well, I do know there's a baby Justin Jefferson now.
But he's white though.
No, I don't think so.